friends, and welcome to Obsidian Soft. Today I will show you how to make a pretty cool Space Invader game in Scratch. As you can see, I have a rocket ship that can move towards the right and the left when I press the arrow keys on the keyboard, and when I press the spacebar key I can fire bullets at the aliens, okay? So let's begin. Open up Scratch on your computers or tabs and then click Create. Okay, we don't need the cat, so remove it, and then we need to choose a sprite. So I'm going to choose a rocket, okay, and I am going to choose its costume without the fire, okay, and I am also going to reduce its size to 40, okay, and then I'm going to bring it somewhere here. So this is a good starting point for our rocket ship. Make sure that it is not touching the edges, okay? And then I'm going to store this location by using the event when green flag and then motion go to block. So even if I move it somewhere because of the arrow keys, when I click on the green flag again, it comes back to its starting position or home position, okay? I also want to store this costume for when the game starts. So for that, go to Looks and choose the Switch Costume to Rocket Ship E block. And I also want to show it because we will be hiding it when it is struck by an alien or destroyed by an alien. So we want to show it again when the game starts, when the green flag is clicked, okay? Now we want to move it when the arrow keys are pressed on the keyboard. So for that, in events, we have the when space key pressed block, and I'm going to choose the right arrow and I want to move it towards the right. So whenever we want to move a sprite towards the right, we need to add a positive, a plus number to its X value, okay? So go to motion and get the change X by 10 block. But if I keep on pressing it towards the right, what will happen is that when it will touch the edge, it will disappear, but we don't want that. What we want to do is that when it touches the edge, it bounces back. So how can we get that effect? If I use a control if block, okay, and we check that it is touching the edge. So from sensing, get the touching block and choose edge here. And what I want to do is that I want to bring it back, okay? So I'm going to change X by -10, okay? So again, motion and change X by 10, but make sure that you make it -10, okay? So if I'm here, somewhere here, and I go towards the right, you can see I'm not able to move more towards the right because now this code is working, and so my rocket ship is not hiding, okay? And for the left arrow key, the code is exactly the opposite. So I can right click and duplicate, okay, and choose left arrow here and make this now -10 because we want to move the rocket ship towards the left. So we need to subtract a value from X, and here we are going to do the opposite again. So I'm going to remove the minus sign, okay? Now I need to draw a bullet sprite. So again, go to choose a sprite, but this time choose the paint button, okay? And I am going to draw a rectangle. Make sure that you draw it in the center, okay, of your drawing area, okay? And I am going to make it as small as possible. You can use the arrow key to select it. And I am going to, while it is selected, remove its outline and change its color to an orange color, okay, like this. But as you can see, it is still quite big for our game, this bullet. So I am going to reduce its size to 40. Okay, so this is a good size for our bullet that will be coming out of the rocket. And while we are at it, you can see we have a very white background. So we should change it. So choose a backdrop, and I'm going to choose the stars one. So now this looks nice. Okay, and we also need an alien. So again, we are going to draw one. So go to choose a sprite, but then paint. Okay, and now I am going to draw the alien. So I'm not very good at drawing, so I'm just going to draw a square like this. Okay, and this is still quite big. I'm going to magnify it so that I'm able to draw fine details inside it, but I'm also going to again make it smaller. Okay, so this is a good size. And I want to draw some eyes. So let me choose a black color. So I always make the brightness 0, so that always gives me the black color. So then choose the circle tool to draw some eyes. Okay, like this. Select it, copy, paste. So I have the other eye, and let me draw a nose. So that could be an oval like this. I know, pretty ugly, but I'm sure that you will do a better job. And I want to make a gloomy looking mouth. So for that, again, I can use this circle tool, but I need to change the color. So towards the red, make it lighter like this, and just draw it. Okay, and let me give it a gloomy look. So I can use this to make it a bit curvy like this. So that is fine, but we have to give our alien the characteristic green alien color. I don't know why aliens are green, but they are supposed to be green. So let's make them green. Okay. So I'm going to give it a position somewhere here. Now we come to the important part. This green alien is our mother alien. It spawns the other aliens that we will be actually destroying, and we will be spawning them using the concept of clones. I know I have covered clones before, I think in the cookie clicker game and in the snake game, and I think in the special effects game too. I will tell you briefly again for those viewers who are watching my video for the first time that what are clones. Clones are copies of a sprite. So if I want the same sprite to appear multiple times on the screen at the same time, so instead of duplicating the sprite, it is better to use its clones. Okay, so this is a pretty cool feature of Scratch, and it makes game making very easy. Let me first rename this sprite to alien. Okay, and as I was saying before, that this is our mother alien, or you can call it a queen alien, that will be spawning the aliens that will be actually attacking our rocket ship. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we are going to bring it here and then hide it. Okay, and it will stay hidden because we are not going to be destroying this alien. And if we show it and then a bullet strikes it and it is not destroyed, then that would be pretty weird in a game, that why is the alien not being destroyed. So the best thing to do is that just hide the queen alien, and its job is just to spawn the clones. Okay, so coming back to the code, in events, get the when green flag clicked event, and I am going to hide it. Okay, so looks and hide it. Okay, I'm also going to store its position, so you know how to store its position. From motion, get the go to block. Okay, and then inside a forever loop, so from control, get the forever block. I am going to spawn the clones. So if I go down in control, I have this create clone of myself block. So that will basically make a copy of this sprite, and I have to now give it a position. Okay. So what would be a good position for the clones? It needs to start from the top, so our y will always stay the same, but x should be a value between the left side and the right side. Okay, so let me see what would be a good x for the left side. So minus 215, and then this will be 215. So I can check it too. So around 213. So this means that I'm going to give it a value between minus 213 and plus 213, a random value. So how can I do that? From motion, get the go to block. Okay, and the y value will stay the same, so 157, because our height is good. Okay, the clones should be coming from this height, but the x value will be between the two random values of minus 213 and plus 213. So if I go to the green operator blocks, I have a pick random block, and I'm going to choose minus 213 and plus 213. Okay, so when the clone is made, it will be given a random x value between minus 213 and positive 213, but y will always be the top of the screen. Okay, but if I start the code, I cannot see the clones because we have hidden the mother alien, the main sprite. That is why all the clones that are being created are also hidden. So we need to show the clones. So there's a block in control called when I start as clone. Okay, so this will be run for each clone that is created here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to first of all show the clone. Okay, so let's try it now. You can see now the clones are showing. Let me stop it. Now what I'm going to do is that I want the clones, the aliens, to start coming down. Okay, so for that I am going to use a forever loop, and I'm going to bring them down. So if I want to move a sprite down, I have to subtract a number from y, from its y value. So from motion, get the change y block and make it -5. Okay, so let's try the code, and you can see they're coming down, but they were very fast. So we need to add a delay. So I am going to add a delay of about 0.1 seconds. So from control, get the wait block, and I'm going to add a small delay. But I need a longer delay for the clones, because at one point in time, only 300 clones are allowed to be shown on the screen to exist at the same time. So we need to add a delay here too. So I am going to add a delay of about 2 seconds. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, and this is good now. Okay, and the speed has slowed down too because of our wait 0.1 seconds block. Okay, so the game is looking good so far. I will stop the video here, and we will complete the Space Invader game in the next class. See you in the next class. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.